Caitlin Clark just got one of the highest honors you can receive in the state of Indiana. And the haters are losing their minds. On Tuesday, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway announced that Clark will serve as Grand Marshal for the 2026 Indianapolis 500. The race, known as the greatest spectacle in racing, is one of the biggest sporting events in the entire world. And Caitlin Clark, in just her third WNBA season, is going to deliver the famous command that sends drivers to their cars before the race begins. She's joining a list of past Grand Marshals that includes Peyton Manning, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, Derek Jeter, Alex Rodriguez, and Blake Shelton. Legends, icons, Hall of Famers, and now Caitlin Clark. Her head coach Stephanie White called it one of the highest honors you can get in Indiana.
I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I mean, to experience that, I'm not sure if she's been yet or not, but to experience that as the Grand Marshal, I think is one of the highest honors you can get in the state of Indiana. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun for her.
But not everyone is celebrating. The usual suspects are already complaining that Clark doesn't deserve it, that she hasn't earned it, that the attention she gets is unfair to other players. Let me break down why this honor is completely deserved, why the haters are wrong, and why Caitlin Clark being named Grand Marshal of the Indy 500 is exactly what she's earned through her dominance on and off the court. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway made the announcement on Tuesday morning. Caitlin Clark will be the Grand Marshal for the 110th running of the Indianapolis 500, scheduled for Sunday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Time. The race will be broadcast on Fox with coverage starting at 10 a.m. As Grand Marshal, Clark will have one of the most visible roles on race day. She'll deliver the traditional command, the famous words that tell drivers to start their engines and report to their cars before the race begins. It's a moment watched by hundreds of thousands of people at the track and millions more around the world. The Indy 500 is the largest single-day spectator sporting event on the planet. Over 300,000 people pack into the Indianapolis Motor Speedway every year for this race. And this year, Caitlin Clark will be front and center. Clark released a statement after the announcement saying, "I'm honored to represent Gainbridge as Grand Marshal of the Indy 500. I'm looking forward to experiencing an iconic piece of what makes Indiana so special and being part of the time-honored tradition of the greatest spectacle in racing." Notice what she did there. She gave credit to Gainbridge, the Fever's jersey sponsor and a major partner of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. She talked about Indiana and the tradition of the race. She didn't make it about herself. She framed it as an honor and a privilege. That's leadership. That's humility. And it's exactly the kind of response you'd expect from someone who's earned this recognition. IndyCar and Indianapolis Motor Speedway president J. Douglas Bowles explained why they chose Clark. He said, "Since being drafted by the Fever, fans have been clamoring to share the epic celebration and thrilling excitement of Indy 500 race day with Caitlin. Through our incredible partnership with Gainbridge, everyone joining us for the world's largest single-day spectator sporting event will get to do just that. Caitlin will bring unique energy and presence to a quintessentially Hoosier experience and an absolutely bucket list global sporting spectacle." Fans have been clamoring for this. That's the key phrase. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway didn't just pick Caitlin Clark because she plays basketball in Indiana. They picked her because fans wanted her there, because she brings energy and presence, because she's become part of the fabric of Indiana sports in just 2 years. And that's what makes this honor so meaningful. It's not manufactured, it's not forced. It's a recognition of what Clark has done for the state of Indiana and for sports in general. If you want breakdowns like this on Caitlin Clark and everything happening in the WNBA, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Now let me show you why the haters are completely wrong about this. Fever head coach Stephanie White was asked about Clark being named Grand Marshal, and her response tells you everything you need to know about how significant this honor is. White said, "It's going to be a lot of fun to experience that. I'm not sure if she's been there yet or not, but to experience that as the Grand Marshal, it's one of the highest honors you can get in the state of Indiana." One of the highest honors in the state. That's coming from someone who knows. Stephanie White is an Indiana native. She played college basketball at Purdue. She's a member of the Indiana Basketball Hall of Fame. She knows what recognition in Indiana means. And she's telling you that being named Grand Marshal of the Indy 500 is a massive deal. So let's talk about the list of people who've served as Grand Marshal before Caitlin Clark. Peyton Manning, the greatest quarterback in Indianapolis Colts history. A Hall of Famer who brought a Super Bowl to the city. Larry Bird, one of the greatest basketball players of all time. An Indiana native who defined excellence in the NBA, Reggie Miller. Pacers legend, Hall of Famer, one of the greatest shooters in basketball history, Derek Jeter and Alex Rodriguez. Two of the biggest names in baseball history, both Hall of Famers. Blake Shelton, massive country music star. Tamika Catchings, WNBA legend who spent her entire career with the Indiana Fever and won a championship. That's the company Caitlin Clark is joining. Legends, icons, people who've defined their sports and their eras, and she's earned her place on that list. Because let's talk about what Caitlin Clark has actually accomplished. She left college as the NCAA's all-time leading scorer. Men or women, the record holder in college basketball history. She won Rookie of the Year in her first WNBA season and set the league's single-season assist record. She became the first player in WNBA history to record a second double-double with at least 30 points and 10 assists. She recently broke the record for most games with 20 points and 10 assists in league history. Through her first 4 games this season, she's averaging 24.3 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds per game. Career highs across the board. And it's not just about statistics, it's about impact. Caitlin Clark has changed the WNBA. Before she entered the league, games were averaging around 500,000 viewers. With Clark, games average 1.2 million viewers. She's doubled the league's viewership. Her season opener this year drew 2.5 million viewers, the second most watched regular season WNBA game in history. She's number 2 in jersey sales across all of basketball, ahead of LeBron James and Luka Doncic. Teams are moving to bigger arenas when the Fever come to town, because the demand to see her play is that high. She's brought mainstream attention to women's basketball that the sport has never had before. In Indiana specifically, Caitlin Clark has become a cultural phenomenon. The Fever sold out every home game last season. Gainbridge Fieldhouse, which used to have empty seats for WNBA games, is now packed every night the Fever play. Local businesses are thriving because of the increased foot traffic around game days. The economic impact Clark has had on Indianapolis is measurable and significant. So when the Indianapolis Motor Speedway says fans have been clamoring to share the Indy 500 with Caitlin Clark, they're not exaggerating. She's earned that connection with the city. But of course, not everyone is happy about this. The moment the announcement was made, the usual haters came out of the woodwork. Social media was filled with complaints. People saying Clark doesn't deserve it, that she's only getting the honor because of hype, not accomplishments, that other players deserve recognition too, that the attention she gets is unfair. And it's the same tired arguments we've heard before. The same people who can't stand that Caitlin Clark is bigger than their favorite players. The same people who resent her success instead of celebrating it. Here's the reality. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway doesn't hand out the Grand Marshal role to just anyone. They choose people who represent excellence, who have a connection to Indiana, and who will bring energy to the event. Caitlin Clark checks every single box. She's the best point guard in the WNBA. She's rewriting the record books. She plays in Indianapolis. She's brought unprecedented attention to the Fever and to the city. And fans love her. That's not hype. That's earned. The people complaining about this are the same people who complained when Clark was drafted number 1 overall. The same people who said she didn't deserve to be on magazine covers. The same people who said she gets too much media attention. And they've been wrong every single time. Because Caitlin Clark keeps proving that she deserves every bit of recognition she gets. She performs on the court. She breaks records. She fills arenas. She brings new fans to the sport. And she does it all while staying humble and giving credit to her teammates. This isn't about taking recognition away from other players. The Indy 500 has had multiple Grand Marshals over the years. Tamika Catchings was Grand Marshal. She's a Fever legend and a Hall of Famer, and she absolutely deserved that honor. Caitlin Clark being named Grand Marshal doesn't diminish what Catchings accomplished. It's a continuation of Indiana celebrating its basketball greats. And Clark is one of them. The truth is, the haters don't actually care about fairness or recognition for other players. They care about tearing down Caitlin Clark. They can't stand that she's succeeded at every level. They can't stand that she's popular. They can't stand that she's changing the landscape of women's basketball. And every time she gets honored, whether it's an award, a magazine cover, or being named Grand Marshal of the Indy 500, they lose their minds because it's another reminder that Caitlin Clark is exactly who everyone says she is. A generational talent, a cultural icon, and someone who's earned every bit of success she's achieved. The Indianapolis Motor Speedway made the right call. Caitlin Clark, being named Grand Marshal of the 2026 Indianapolis 500, is a perfect fit. She represents Indiana. She represents excellence. She represents the kind of impact and presence that makes an event like the Indy 500 even bigger. And on Sunday, when she delivers that command and sends drivers to their cars in front of hundreds of thousands of people at the track and millions watching around the world, it's going to be another moment that proves what Caitlin Clark has become. Not just a basketball player, not just a star, but an icon who's earned her place among the legends of Indiana sports. Caitlin Clark was named Grand Marshal of the 2026 Indianapolis 500. It's one of the highest honors you can receive in the state of Indiana. She'll deliver the command that sends drivers to their cars before the race begins. She's joining a list of past Grand Marshals that includes Peyton Manning, Larry Bird, Reggie Miller, and Tamika Catchings. And the haters are melting down about it. They're saying she doesn't deserve it, that she hasn't earned it, that the attention is unfair. But they're wrong. Because Caitlin Clark has done everything you could possibly do to earn this recognition. She's broken records, she's filled arenas, she's brought unprecedented attention to women's basketball and to the city of Indianapolis. And on Sunday, she's going to stand in front of the world at the Indianapolis 500 and prove once again that she's earned every bit of success she's achieved. What do you think? Does Caitlin Clark deserve to be Grand Marshal of the Indy 500? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest on Caitlin Clark and everything happening in the WNBA. We'll see you in the next one.